It's demonstrating fighters returning to hangar. This makes shuttles a lot more dangerous than they used to be, fighters anyway, that are set up in this sort of fashion. They're going to dump their ammo and then return to the hangar ship. One thing I could do is look at the damage the ship has, and if the ship is overly damaged, also to return the hangar. Because what happens is when they come out of the hangar, they are at full health and full ammo, which gives them a lot more staying power than they did have, and that may not be such an inaccurate concept of how they work or should work. But anyway, it's different for sure. It definitely makes a difference in combat. Without these fighters coming back and forth like this ship will lose this fight every time that I've played it. Because internally, it's just got a whole bunch of reactors here, which will certainly soon explode. It's one of the reasons why you shouldn't build ships like this. So all of these things just go, and that's the end of the ship. It's really doing very well against these guys. Yeah, so the fighters are just going back and forth and back and forth. Oh, there it goes. Almost from, barely damaged to dead in an instant. And now these guys are just taking off. See them. Yeah. Really expecting that. So these are my long-range shuttle supplies. So I've got this base up here, and I've changed the way that these things work so that if they have within their sensor range, they can. I think it's actually a multiple of their sensor range. They can send their supply shuttles to ships and other things like that. So it gives them a little more range on how they do things. Yeah, I really like the way this fleet movement thing works. Only places it does not work is when moving to attack, and I need to check and see what to do about that. Oh, yeah, works fine. Okay, see these fighters out here? These are oh, that carrier's destroyed. I forgot. Never mind. But normally, if there was like the change that I made here is that if there were fighters out here, your carrier wouldn't be able to warp because it'd be waiting for these fighters to come back, and if like these ones are sub-light fighters, it would take forever. So I've made a change into the warp launch that says if the fighter's too far away, go ahead and warp anyway, which will eventually abandon these fighters, but I don't see a real solution around that. Yeah, so attacking these guys like this does not move in fleet formation. I was thinking whether or not to make it do that, but just all stretches out. Maybe that's not a bad thing. I don't know. But there ought to be a way to make it attack like that without having to force it. I'm seeing some situations sometimes where the fighters spawn away from the carrier, and I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, that's enough.